Hey everybody, let's get cooking with Brandy. Today in my kitchen, I am going to be making up a batch of salsa with some beautiful tomatoes and a bag full of different peppers. As I take you step by step to making this wonderful, beautiful, tasteful salsa. So stick with me. I'll be right back. Welcome back. So, I have my oven preheating on broil because I'm going to take my tomatoes, I'm going to decore them, and I'm going to stick them in the oven to cook up, soft up, brown up, and then I'm going to take and peel them completely. So, let's get started. For this, you're going to need a good little paring knife. Just cut the center out. Set. Now, I got my pan. So I have a ice bath for them that I'm going to take and place them in. So let's do that. Now, let's do the same thing with the peppers. See you in a minute. So I've got all of the peppers and all of the tomatoes and everything peeled, and they're done in the oven. So I'm gonna start putting them in my Ninja here and getting it to where it's ready to process. Come over here, get me a good spoon. They all turned out so beautiful. And whenever I'm done processing them, I am actually going to put them in a pot and let them cook for a little while. So I'm gonna get these processed up and I'll be back with the next step. So okay, this is my second batch. I got this all done up, but now I'm gonna take and add my garlic, my onions, and my cilantro and salt in here. So I'm gonna add a whole onion, garlic, and cilantro. Put all of that down in there. Let me get my salt. Then process all of this together and add a little bit of lemon juice. Push this down in there because you know that cilantro kind of gets a little bit everywhere, so you got to kind of push it down in there. Do it again. Get all that cilantro down in there to where it gets mixed up. Now let me get the lemon juice. You just want enough lemon juice just to preserve it. Only about 2 tablespoons is all I put. Go. I'm going to take and we'll pour it in our pot over here that already has some in it. Get it all out in there. There we go. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on medium heat and let it cook for about an hour. So once it gets good and cooked, then we'll get it ready to get canned up. So I'll see you in a minute. Don't go nowhere. Bye. Hi, it's me again. So I'm going ahead and getting my canner ready, and I want to take this moment and take y'all step by step of what I'm doing. So as everyone knows, I have a digital canner, but not only is it a pressure canner, it's also a water bath. And the water bath is what I'm going to be doing for the salsa. So what I'm going to do, let's unlock the lid, take it off. As you can see, down in here is the thing that you set your cans on, but there's also lines here, and this shows you where your water lines go. So this is for pints, half pints. This is for pints, and this is for gallon size. So we're actually going to be doing pints today, and I think I've got 8 of them. So we're going to fill it to the water. We're going to fill a little bit below this line because I'm going to add vinegar to it because we have hard water. So let me scooch it over just a little bit because we're fixing to have to start the what is it called, the process of getting them ready. So let's go ahead and get water in here. And I have my white vinegar. There's some white vinegar in. And that helps with the hard water spots on the jars and everything. So now, with that being done, I'm going to take and put it back in my canner here. Let's get this down here to where y'all can see. Put this back in there. Just like that. There we go. Now, what I do with my jars, I've already got them sterilized and everything. So what I do is I fill them with water about halfway. Now take and place them in, just like so. And if it's a little more than half water filled, it's okay. You know, because all you're doing this for is to keep them down in the water so that the jars can heat up. And I love my digital pressure canner water bather because, you know, I have the glass top stove, so I cannot do this on glass top stoves. So it gives it a better opportunity to people that doesn't have gas. So, okay. But you know what I did? Did y'all see what I did? I put them in there, but I forgot to put the bottom piece back in. See, that's a mistake on my behalf. So I gotta take all these jars back out. And put in my deal because I took it out to show y'all, remember? So now, let's put them all back in there. There we go. Now they're all in. They're ready to go. Let's show. See? So, okay. So, now we're going to put the lid on. We're going to lock it in place. Make sure it's locked in place. As y'all can see, it is. So, come down here. You can see that the boiling water can is flashing. So we're going to take and hit the button, and we're going to move this to 20 minutes. Okay? And we're going to, it says insert jars, which we already did that. So we're going to go ahead and press the button again, and it's going to go to warm. So that's letting you know that it's heating the jars to temperature whenever your salsa or whatever you're going to do is ready to go. And it's going to beep at me once the warming process is done to where we can start filling it with the salsa. But I'm going to bring you over here to the salsa, which is starting to warm up a little bit. I only have it on medium because I want it to cook slow, because we used raw tomatoes and raw peppers and everything. It's not the canned tomatoes, so we're gonna have to cook it for a little bit. And we're cooking it for a little bit. I cook it for about an hour, and that's all together. But I'm gonna taste it. It's got a very good flavor. Got a little bit of an afterbite. Not too bad. It'll be perfect on some enchiladas or chips or something like that. Be really good with. It's not hot. It's more like a medium hot. Only did 2 habaneros in it and quite a few jalapenos, and about 3 Hungarian hot peppers and just 1 ghost pepper. So yeah, it's not too hot. So I think Charlie will like this. He's not big on the real hot pepper flavor, but I think he'll like this. So I'll see you on the next go. Stick around on LGC. Let's get cooking with Brandy. That's me. Okay, so it's time for the next step. As y'all can see, it says warm. It says fill jars, sorry. It's to the next step. And the salsa is now ready to be jarred. So I'm gonna take and open this. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna open up my canner and I'm gonna start taking the jars out so I can empty them and filling them one at a time, because I don't think I actually have enough salsa to do all of these jars. So I'm just gonna do 1 jar at a time, and then I leave the rest of the jars in there as it processes. So, ouch. Yeah, that was hot. Let's bring it a little bit closer. There we go. Okay, so there's 1 jar. It's ready to go. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe the rim off. I used a little bit of vinegar to wipe the rim. There we go. And I'm going to take and put my finished product to the side and then start the next one. So I've got it all jarred up and ready to go back into the canner. So I have 6 jars that made. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lids on these other 2 jars so that I can just process them with it, but they're just gonna be processed with water. You know, you can always take the lids off later after it does, and empty out the water. So I had to think. So I'm putting my salsa in my canner. And now I'm going to show y'all what it looks like on the inside with it in there. So I have 8 jars of the pint-sized jars in here right now. 2 jars, like I said, just have water in it because I didn't have enough of the salsa to do all 8 jars. It had enough for 6, but not for 8. So the next step after putting your jars in here and making sure they're just finger tight is putting the lid back on. So y'all can see that the lid lines up, it drops down into the grooves, and this is how you know that it's lining up and everything. So you just switch it to where it says lock, come up here, put your vent valve down and get it locked into place to where this doesn't come up. Now your regulator, when you're water bathing, take it off. You do not need the regulator on unless you're pressure canning. So we take the regulator off, just set it to the side. Now y'all seen me start it and everything and how it says fill jars. So it's already filled. So now what we're going to do is we're going to press the middle button, and as you can see it went to heat and started the 20-minute water bath. So once that process, it's going to beep saying that the water bathing process is done, and then it's going to go to a cool down stage. And when it goes to the cool down stage, it's going to start venting from here to let off all of the pressure and everything, and it cools down for a good hour doing that, and then it will go to another timer that is 10 minutes, and once that 10 minutes is up is when you can unlock it and start removing your jars out of it. So once I get to the process of it going through the water bath, we'll come back. So okay, everything is done and finished canning, so it's about ready to come out. So I'm going, as you can see, it says done. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and I'm going to unplug it. Now I'm going to come up here and open the vent, unlock the lid, and open it up. Where is my jar tongs? So go ahead and start taking them out. You hear that pinging already? To somebody that cans a lot, that's music to the ears. I love the pinging sound. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the water ones out as well, so that those can cool off as well, and I can open those up and release the water and put those back on the shelf. Take a look at this. Look at how pretty that is. let's get cooking, y'all. With who? Brandy. That's who. So if you like this video, please give me a like. And if you haven't already, go subscribe to my channel. Give me some thumbs up. Also, while you're at it, why don't you leave me a comment? Leave me your recipe on salsa, and you might see me make it here one day. So until later, this is Brandy, and this is my kitchen, and welcome to Let's Get Cooking with Brandy. Love you all. Bye-bye.